What's going on, guys? Franchise here. Welcome back to some more Overwatch content. Today we're going to be talking about competitive Overwatch because I finally have enough time played to feel like I can offer some opinions. The game's been out almost 9 months now. I've made some similar Overwatch videos about support players and things of that nature, and I wanted to kind of bring some tips to the channel because there's a lot of people I know in my skill range that think they can never climb and never get out of it. And today we're going to be talking about our experience with climbing because it's happened, it's real. Megan has climbed into Diamond, like almost master level player next to me, which is
one season,
which alone. Is nuts. And I climbed literally 500 SR in one night. So things are very possible to happen if you have some good mindsets, and there's some things we're going to get into today about that. But first, Megan, you're sitting at around 3,300-ish.
Feels good, man.
What are some of your experiences so far, and how have you gotten to where you are?
Well, before I get too excited about my current situation, just know, guys, I have a tier bucket nearby because anytime I climb, I'm also going to drop. And recently I had an experience where I lost at least 500 elo, got to the point where I was like, fuck it, don't care, whatever happens, happens, can only go up from here, and I started having fun again, and I started climbing again, and honestly, Overwatch takes a lot of patience if you want to climb. I
think that's the thing too, is people take the game super serious. When they start to lose, you just get really irritable, you get set off by so much, and that's, you get triggered, okay? You're in that game, you've lost 4 in a row, and your teammates pick Junkrat and Hanzo, and you're just like, why me?
And you know what you should do if you lose 4 in a row?
You should just get off. Just take a break.
Because there's going to be nights where it's good for comp, there's going to be nights where it's bad for comp.
Yeah, and I've had experiences where I've literally lost 70 elo in about 10 minutes because of disconnects, levers, all these kind of things happen, and you just got to learn that you're going to lose in this game. I feel like that's the biggest thing with people that play competitive. They're scared to play competitive because they don't want to lose, but at the same time, if you look at win percentages, and even Siegel, his win percent is only 53. Like, he's a top 500 player, and he still loses games. You're gonna lose games. But the biggest thing about losing is you gotta understand why you lost. You gotta kind of think about it, be like, did we lose because of what we picked? Did we lose just because the team was better? Did we lose because of what I picked affected the team in a negative way? These are all things you have to assess and kind of think about.
And did we lose because there's another player on the team or yourself who auto-locked that character, basically said, I commit to this team that I'm going to do my job, get us to a win with this character, and then they just didn't deliver. Say they're Junkrat with gold damage, but they have no eliminations. But they still say to the character, you're not doing anything but feeding ults, switch. Or say you're Soldier, like I was Soldier the other day. I was amazing on attack, horrible at defense. I should have just switched and been like, look, someone else do this. Communicate with your team, figure out who's better at what character, and let them roll with it. Don't keep dragging your team down. That's so bad, and you're never going to climb like that.
And the other thing I wanted to mention, that meta is a thing, okay? At the higher levels, like what Meg is playing especially, meta does exist. There's characters that are just better, and I feel like meta is not necessarily the word people need to focus on. I feel like character synergies is what really they mean.
Yes.
These characters work better with these characters because of this reason. And these ultimates work better with these ultimates because this reason. Those are the things that win you games at any level, especially higher level, where everybody's much more coordinated, everybody communicates at a much higher level.
Counters more
and
prevalently.
They know how to counter characters, exactly.
Yes. And then they protect your healers a lot of the times, which is really, really nice, because I feel like at Gold, where I started, and even Platinum, people aren't so worried about like flanking and getting your healers first. But when you get up to high Plat and Diamond and then
their strategy,
you're getting flanked by Genjis and Tracers. And on King's Row, like, I legit had a team, I was very lucky, that protected me so well as a Mercy that I didn't even know this Genji repeatedly dived me at least 10 times. I never got touched by him once. But you're not so lucky. You don't get that every round. All your teammates are different. You really gotta work around people.
And the one thing that I think is really prevalent in my experience in this game is you have to learn how to play with other people. That's the only way you're going to succeed.
Yes.
You cannot blame your teammates every time. I was that person. I lose, I'm in this rank because my teammates are garbage. No. I'm in this rank because I'm equally as bad as they are. We're on the same skill level. That's why I'm here. And the only way I got out of it was I needed to learn how to play a different role that affected my team in the same positive manner that I thought my DPS playing was. And I'm just going to give a flat out tip right now. If you want to climb, I sincerely, unless you're a God-given DPS player with like the most majestic aim, like you literally need to play healer. Healer's the direct route, or Roadhog, I would say. Healer is the direct route to literally climbing. That night I climbed 500 SR, I played Lucio every game except one. Ana is also a very, very, very good pick right now because of triple tank. You can heal tanks, you can sleep everything. Ana and Lucio, I think our healing is the way to go. But Megan is like the albatross of that because she literally top 500 as a Mercy.
Grandmaster heals.
Grandmaster heals
So
is
I'm
Mercy.
gonna auto-lock Mercy because I have faith in myself and know that any other person on my team who picks Mercy is probably not gonna be the same level. You're not gonna get the same effect as what I would do as Mercy. But Mercy comes with its weaknesses too. I can't necessarily run Mercy all the time. Like now with the tank meta, sometimes I'm better running Zenyatta with that Discord.
Yeah, exactly. And
or even Anna. And you're a beast at Anna.
yeah, and that's the one thing I realized like really quickly. I'm like, I want to climb. What's a good way to climb? Megan put out these tips on Twitter about how she's climbed, and all of her tips made sense. It's like, if you want to do these things need to be happening, and a lot of which we've talked about right now. But I think it's the biggest thing is finding the one thing that you're good at and just playing it. If it's off meta, just play it, because
having your all-star lineup.
Yeah, exactly. Having a lineup of characters you know how to play thoroughly. And for me, on DPS, it's Genji and Soldier. For healing, it's Ana Lucio. I can play Zenyatta too if I really need to. I just can't really play Mercy. I don't really like playing Symmetra. So, I mean, defense, Mei, I'm a really good Mei player. Tank, I can play any tank on the board if I really need to. So, being viable will help you, but if you need to climb, you have to just kind of centralize yourself to one character and just play it consistently, because when you play a character long enough, you perfect that character, you know what that character is good at, like Megan with the Mercy. She knows how to play Mercy in almost every situation. I know how to play Anna in every situation.
Yes.
I can play Anna in almost every situation now.
And people always think like Diamond's so much different than Platinum or
It's
even
really
Gold.
not.
The only difference is the people who play the characters generally have a full grasp on what the characters can and can't do.
Their mechanics are really good too. They're just overall better players. They understand the
Yep.
game at a better level.
You still get levers, you still get the same toxicity, you still get the same problems that are prevalent in the other groups.
Yeah,
that doesn't change.
Exactly. And the one thing I think Mega's done really well with is she's a much more positive person than me, and she's helped me stay calm in situations where we have Lucio's jumping in front of Reinhardt's shields and dying repeatedly. I'm like, why are you throwing? And she's like, it's fine, we just play, we'll just keep playing. And that's the biggest tip I think out of anything that I can give you guys is, if you do not stay calm and you do not stay patient, you will get tilted, you will lose, it will affect your elo, you will not climb. And the moment I stop blaming other people for my performance, I climbed 500 one
Yep.
night, instantly.
And just communicating with people in general. Like, you should have a mic, for one. You're not going to climb without a mic. Two, you gotta be talking when you're in the spawn room. Hey, what's your main? What can you do? What can't you do? Let's work around something. Let's counter people. Let's get a good strat. Which way are we going when we go in there? Like, let's work together.
Yeah, and having a shot caller mentality will help too, because
Right.
especially I feel like as a healer, I started doing that a lot as Lucio. Okay, I'm gonna speed boost here, I'm gonna pump up the healing here, I have my ultimate for this ultimate. You know, you have to coordinate with the other people on your team, because especially when you're running, you know, maybe a Zenyatta and a Lucio, because it's two defensive ults, you don't want to use them at the same time, you don't want to use them consecutively in a row, because those are very big ultimates to use. So a lot of it is managing yourself with other people, and give people the benefit of the doubt on what they pick. Let people try things. Hanzo sounds scary. It does. You don't want to see a Hanzo main, but some people are just really good with him, and it can work. But when it doesn't work, you gotta find a way to politely suggest not to play that character. You can't get tilt, you can't say, you effing suck, switch. You gotta be like, hey, is it really working? Can we maybe get something else instead? I've had that situation where a guy wanted me to play Genji instead of heal because he knew I could take care of Bastion, but at the same time I'm like, well, can you play healer? He's like, well, no. I'm like, then I'm not gonna switch because I know our healing's important. So these are all a lot of things that are really basic to understand to just maybe climb in this game, because like I said, it's possible. I've done it. I'm still trying to do some more by the end of the season. We're only halfway through this competitive season right now, and the
It
meta's
doesn't even feel like it.
the meta's gonna change. The patches are incoming. Things are gonna change, and then when that happens, a lot of these tips are still gonna be viable.
Yeah, as
So-
long as you're adaptable. You solo queue, like wait for that party invite, and then show them you're so good at what you're doing, and they'll pick you up, and then there's your 6-stack, and you're set. There's so many things that can help you out, but you really gotta look into it and do your research.
And I feel like that's a good point to leave it at too. There's so many resources on YouTube, and there's still a lot of people that play this game that don't know counters, don't know synergies, and that's exactly why they don't climb, or they're maybe not as good as some of these other people, because these people that are at, you know, diamond and up, the top 10% of players, they know counters, they know how to play their characters. And if you want to climb, you got to know your character, and you got to know what's good against them and what's not good against them. So that's pretty much it for me. You got anything else to add to this?
No, that's it.
Thank you guys for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed, and hopefully we'll catch you guys soon with some more content.